Hi everyone. Today we're going to look at a certain muscle in our body, the quadratus lumborum. Super important muscle when it comes to stabilizing our lumbar spine. My name is Simone. I'm a yoga teacher and osteopath based here in Germany. I love teaching yoga therapeutics, integrating osteopathic insights. And if you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe. That's always a huge support. So our quadratus lumborum, it's a muscle at the side of your lumbar spine. It's attached to the lowest rib and to the iliac crest. So therefore, it's not just stabilizing our spine, it does a very important movement. It is helping our lateral flexion. So this movement is done by the quadratus lumborum. And obviously, this can be shortened on one side. These two muscles can be part of a dysfunction. And it's not just always the musculoskeletal system that can cause this. Our visceral organs, especially the colon or our diaphragm, can have effects on this muscle. So never forget to look at the surroundings. Also, pain that radiates around your glutes could be coming from your quadratus lumborum. So not just straight there where the muscle is sitting. You can see imbalances or feel them for yourselves or for your yoga students by just letting them do these movements. The one I've just showed you, I invite you to do now with me. Just stand in a hip width apart, and then even close your eyes to just go within to sense your quadratus lumborum rather than just to see and act. So while you're closing your eyes, you come into a standing position, into a neutral pose, and then you start lowering your hands alongside the side of your leg. Don't go too far yet, just get into a movement and get in touch with your breath. And just start sensing tightness or denser parts, comparing right to left. And the slower you go, the more sensing, the more connection you're doing sort of with your with the nerves and the neurological connection. And if you'd sort of want to, if you want to see if your sensing was right, just do the same in front of a mirror and then see where on which side your fingers can come lower. And often this movement, just doing this for a while with a connected breath, already helping like to sort of get the small tightnesses and weaknesses out. But now we're going to do 3 practices for the quadratus lumborum. The first one is one where we're moving and sort of getting into the neurological connection, like how we can really address it. Therefore, come laying down on your mat. We are bringing our feet really wide, knees really wide apart and lifting them. We need a little strength. It's a little strength movement, but it's a movement directed into the lateral flexion. Bring your hands behind your head. Lift up your head. And now we're not lifting more. It's not going to be a sit up. So we're staying here. And now very slowly, and this is a very important part of this practice, to get more into fine adjusting, moving elbow to the knee. It's not the knee or the elbow doing the movement, it's coming from your spine that contracts to bring the knee and the elbow close together. And even slower. Again, sensing with closed eyes, not trying to touch anything, just trying to understand how within the quadratus lumborum is working. And this is already a good movement to start to get the awareness into this area. And then slowly you come back. Rest your head, place your feet, and then just rest for a moment, sensing the same area in a relaxed manner. And then slowly come onto your side. The next movement is a way how we can lengthen the quadratus lumborum. You might have already have a feeling of which one is shorter, which one is more tight, but we're doing both anyway. So this is a very restorative one. We're placing our pillow, our yoga bolster, and laying over in a side bend. So this is almost like a very restorative yin pose, where we going into a side bend. So the top, the left side in my case, I'm laying on my right side, and the left one is being elongated. It's not always like the deepest stretch that opens a muscle. And especially as this is a muscle that stabilizes and need to hold a lot. Bringing our relaxed breath, bringing regeneration, bringing this allowing of letting go into this area, the spine that needs to hold lots and has a lot of responsibility, is as much part as the movement is itself. So make sure you lay like this. And if you have time, then lay 5 minutes on each side. We're not going to do it this long for today. This is to give you ideas how you can target this one muscle. And to give you ideas what you can use in your yoga classes when there's a class around the lower spine. Place yourself and then also make sure you're not in a rotation or twisted, so we can get down into the quadratus lumborum. We find that in slower movements, standing, we are heading or we are pulling towards rotation. This could be a sign of a disbalance or dysfunction in your quadratus lumborum. Also realizing that in yoga philosophy, where the spine, the pelvic, the lower spine, the pelvic help us in like fundament and like rooting down, the feeling of being stable is very important. So we want to make sure that the muscles who help us with this are there and are working as best as they can and feeling fine. So we releasing this, and now to strengthen that muscle, there's one pose in a yoga practice that strengthens the quadratus lumborum is Vashisthasana. So therefore, coming in onto our side could be done on your lower arms or standing on your hands. We're lifting up, coming up, and this would be the posture that really gets the quadratus lumborum going. Making sure we're not hanging into it, really connecting and compressing in our left side, the side that is facing the mat. And then again, we switch sides. This is not a yoga flow. This is giving you 3 ideas, 3 important movements we need. We need the function, we need the lengthening, and we need the strengthening. So therefore, last one, coming up. Deep breaths. And then we lower. And I hope this was really beneficial for you. Just now, come back into a standing pose, because it's always best, whatever we teach, whatever we practice, to feel for ourselves. The reading doesn't help, it's the experience we need. So come standing and then just feel for a moment how your stance has changed, how the awareness into your lower spine has changed. And without It's not about that now we see that we can go deeper. Just go back into this movement of just plain, simple lateral flexion. Being able to sense this area more is already a huge success. Feeling more stable, feeling more clear in our movements. Things like this we are looking for. And therefore, and this is an osteopathic insight or an osteopathic pillar. We're not just always looking for the place that is weak, that is in pain, that has something wrong with it. Look for the place where it's moving well. Find in your body like the freedom, the functionality, and let the other parts learn from there. Don't just focus on the weak and the tense, and make sure like they both learn from each other. And this is with what I want to end. I hope you enjoyed this video. I see you soon. Thank you very much.